Hey guys, this is Insurance and Finance live from the headquarters of Digital Scouting in the beautiful and today sunny city of Hamburg. Today we have two special guests here. On my right, right is Dirk Kruse, CEO of SAP Fioneer, and we will find out what that actually is, and Angela Nickel, CEO of 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Digitalscouting, a neobank. Super interesting case. I'm super super happy that you both are here. Thank you very much for joining our show.
Thanks, Robin.
Nice to meet you.
Very good. Dirk, SAP, I think people around the world know. But SAP Fioneer, what's that, and what are you guys doing there?
Well, first of all, also big thank you, Angela, to you for having the opportunity to be on stage with you together today. So SAP has a very long track record in financial services, both banking and insurance, and SAP has been providing solutions to the industry for more than 20 years. We were actually sitting together, and this, was two and a half years ago, thinking about the industry priorities, and we realized with the in-depth knowledge we had in a lot of industries that there is a special challenge in financial services. It's on the one hand side, by far the largest industry when it comes to IT spend. On the other side, we have seen an increased need for innovation and transformation for various reasons: traditional banks, new market entrants, joining the financial services market. So we were thinking about how to prepare the business for the future. And we had two elements which have been extremely important. On the one hand side, we said, well, we need to have much more money in order to invest into innovations, new solutions, open banking, open insurance, new topics like ESG. On the other side, we said we need to have an organization which is much more agile, flexible, really customer-centric, in order to focus on the transformation needs of the future. And that's actually the reason why we, after a long project, decided to launch SAP Fioneer as a joint venture with a private equity company called Dedic.
Ah, okay, now I get it. Okay, I understand that. But when should clients call you?
What we actually did, all the industry-specific topics and solutions, NIP, and expertise in teams of experts, consultants, the teams basically. Whenever it comes to core banking or core insurance or industry-specific finance topics like IFRS 17, IFRS 9, core banking, payments, policy management claims, all the industry-specific topics, we are in charge of the portfolio. We obviously do that in close alignment with SAP, based on SAP technology. But when it comes to industry-specific topics, trends, innovation, that's us, SAP Fioneer.
Okay, I get it. And it's probably finance, insurance, and then Pioneer, and then you have the Fioneer thing there. All right. And now I have a PhD. I need to be smart to figure these things out. Sorry. One joke I could say, when you say the insurance and finance industry is the industry with the biggest IT spend, I would ask, why is our IT then so bad? But let's keep this for a different discussion. Let's look ahead. Let's look to 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Digitalscouting. Angela, you are a neobank. How can I actually open an account at your bank?
You can't open a bank account as a private individual. I have to come a little bit further down the road. Neobanks, of course, are the latest financial universe, and it could be an ideal goal for us to be, as a financial institution, a neobank. Very easy. But 𝐂𝐤𝐤 is not a neobank. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 is an all-in-one platform for embedded finance, offering B2B businesses their financial services on their need base to enable them to act as a fintech in the agility of a fintech. And that means combining payments, banking, insurance, and other financial products on one platform. That is actually what 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Digitalscouting means. That means we are on a journey, bringing our customers from the known to the unknown world. And that is Digitalscouting.
Cool. So I would to understand it better, so I'm a company that wants to go into the fintech space, and you can help me then enable that and provide all actually like a neobank for me. Is it that?
That is one variation. Yeah, if I am as a corporate think I need to go and digitalize financial products around my own core product, that could be a variation. But we are also enable marketplaces, payment service providers to fully automate their existing businesses or workflows. That is one thing. On the other side, we enable also banks to enter in payments and digital banking in actually offering the entire infrastructure with the connectivity on a technical infrastructure and on a regulatory environment. That is why we are also a regulated financial institution, and that is why we having chosen, I think, the best class in class C4B platform, and there is why we are with SAP Fioneer so close connected.
Yes, that will be my next question to Dirk. So we are here, Como, SAP. Why are we talking? What is the connection there?
Yeah, the connection is actually, as Angela mentioned, our platform called C4B, Cloud for Banking. And what we actually figured out over many, many years in the industry and now bundled into a cloud offering, we have a lot of expertise when it comes to in-depth industry and banking business knowledge. What we actually combined is this knowledge, the expertise also in order to build large-scale software. We bundled the knowledge, actually the code line, into one cloud product. We made a SaaS offering out of it. We put a lot of effort in terms of standardization. We put infrastructure and a lot of business content into it in order to make it available also to new market segments like the fintechs, the insurtechs, the digital attackers. So it's actually a combination, and that's also our value proposition. We have a very industry and process rich platform, a scalable platform, but it can be consumed and implemented in a very little time for small companies. And so we actually not only serve neobanks like Angela's company, but it's also interesting for the traditional customers because they can actually see how the same code line actually can be implemented very fast in, let's say, greenfield digital attacker approaches. So that's our joint platform. That's actually how Angela and SAP Fioneer and we came together, and we implemented that very fast and very short time frame.
Yeah, I mean, I can actually add to that point something that we came not only for, it's not a coincidence that we came to SAP. Our payment solution is actually based also on SAP standard. And therefore, it's it's we would say no brainer, but it's obvious, that we would like to have the flexibility and the standardization of integration of additional products, which are the core platform is enabling us. That was absolute a must, and there was only SAP who could actually fulfill our requirements, because we are a little bit different, and there I'm coming to scalability, than a normal retail bank. We need 100,000 plus or even millions of accounts. Normal bank core banking platforms are not even used to it, to managing that amount of accounts. On top of that, it's multi-currency and needs to be connected with multiple providers in order to not only offer global SWIFT standards or SEPA standard things, also to localize it on a global scale. And that is the only flexibility. I mean, we had some challenges with SAP, but coming to the timing, I think we are the world champions in SAP at the present with the integration time.
All right. So I see there are still positive vibes between you, Angela and Dirk. So obviously the project went quite well. You said embedded finance. I think that's an interesting topic. So have you seen over the last, let's say, 1 or 2 years, except 𝐂𝐤𝐤, great examples of embedded finance? Or yeah.
I think that the whole topic of embedded finance is one of the probably most strategic aspects in our industry.
What is that? Sorry to interrupt, but what is embedded finance? Sorry.
Embedded finance, at least that's the way how we see it, how we describe it, and how we discuss it with our clients, is using digitization and technology in order to integrate products and services from banks or insurances. It's still mainly a banking-driven conversation, but it is also applicable to the insurance industry, to integrate their products and services into the technology, the processes of the corporate world. Yeah, that's a very high-level definition of embedded finance. So what we actually would like to avoid is point-to-point connections, sending data, spreadsheets, fragments of processes from A to B, but rather integrating, digitizing on cloud infrastructures. And SAP and SAP Fioneer is in a very interesting position because SAP is by far the leading provider on the corporate side. We have now the specialist of SAP Fioneer on the financial services side. So why not us jointly helping banks and corporates, insurance companies and corporates coming together? And to your question, Robin, have you seen other examples? We have seen, plenty of those, but just to share 1 or 2 examples. So supply chain financing or trade finance is a very big topic. So if you actually think about the potential, if a bank could have access to data information of supply chain processes, finance processes, they could immediately realize what's the financing need, is there an FX swap needed in 6-12 months time, or that kind of thing. And to reflect on the insurance side, we actually built with 𝐂𝐤𝐤, one of the leading companies in Germany, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Mobility Solutions. We actually built a solution which can integrate into new mobility solutions. So you will see that a lot of insurance products are getting part of whatever the customer journey, the process is. Could be mobility services like with 𝐂𝐤𝐤 Mobility, but also very simple, could be you or me planning the next holidays and just adding insurance to it. So those are the examples we see currently in the industry.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
If I'm adding here to something, because that is the usage of embedded finance, but we see, of course, a huge development on strategic shifts in the payment industry, especially to add now embedded finance services to their value proposition. Of course, one of the leaders is Stripe and Adyen here in Europe. I would say there are many ways to go to make seriously embedded finance. I'm seeing it not only on the level of the data unification, that is one thing, yeah, but it is allowing also not only to add products to your normal value proposition, it is also making a holistic view actually, or enables a holistic view for companies or large companies, especially when they are using an entire platform on infrastructure to have an overview of all their entities globally, which is not the case yet. So
we talked a lot sorry.
Yeah, sorry. The development, what I see is we having that wonderful brand focused or brand-centric approaches, yeah, where we have still the company in the forefront of dictating us what we have to use, yeah. 𝐂𝐤𝐤, that word is actually community of money. Sounds a little bit romantic, I know, but it's actually the indication to open up that you can actually decide with which provider you would like to work in the future. on financial products, insurance services, etc., whatever you need as a B2B or in the B2C area, what you like to give for flexibility on offering to your customers. That's the difference. We are customer-centric in that case, but many companies are very brand-centric, going the same route, and I think both having their place in the universe, one is supporting democratization and the other, monopolization, but anyway.
You said customer. What kind of trends do you see with the end consumer? Did the end consumer change over the last years?
That's a good it's a good point. Some of them have changed, and I think the majority of let's say mobile phone users, and then I'm talking about the end consumer, also in a personal way, have gotten familiar with all the digitalization, but have not really an understanding how it works. Also they are only the, let me say, user experience things, and for them is still more interesting convenience, price, and safetyness. Also that is these are the three components. But we're having also other end users in the B2B, and there we're having a substantial lack still, of understanding digitalization. I think that we have a lot of education programs still in front of us. On the other side, the regulators, in the they are lacking also behind, from understanding the speed of new products, the speed of developments, what is possible, and how I have to think. We had just recently a journey what we did with SAP, because we are the first cloud banking solution which is ever launched here in Luxembourg, and most likely also in the Northern Hemisphere. But anyway, never mind. They needed to change the law for us, in order to understand actually what cloud banking or a cloud solution means in banking.
Dirk, and if you look at the end consumer, what kind of trends do you see out of your perspective?
Well, first of all, I mean, our customers we are mainly in the B2B space, but we have to enable our clients, whether it's, the bank or the insurance company, we have to enable our clients in order to adapt and also being the front runner in these kind of new requirements. So I think like Angela mentioned, the end consumer behavior is changing a lot. I think everyone understood in the meanwhile that most of the clients don't call their insurance agency or don't go to the banking branch in order to do the financial transaction, which is somehow related to a customer journey. But it's the customer journey actually defining how to consume conveniently the financial service, whether it's a payment, an insurance, or a consumer finance or whatsoever. So our job is really to deliver software which can actually orchestrate and support all these channels. I mean, if you imagine an insurance company, they have their own sales channel, they have the brokers, and they need to be open in some cases in order to connect into new platforms. And that's why we are discussing topics like an engagement hub, a software layer which can easily facilitate and offer the banking or the insurance products to whatever channel is needed, white label, specific branding for certain channels. That's how we support our clients in order to cope with those end customer changes, behavior, etc.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Let's look a little bit in the future. If you look at the trends of embedded finance, about convenience, frictionless, I think all these things you said. Where will we see 𝐂𝐤 and SAP Fioneer in 5 years? Angela, what is your vision? What are your plans?
My vision is to actually make the hypothesis of Bank 4.0 a reality. Means deliver connectivity to all embedded financial and a combination of non-financial products on an arm's length. Means I can compose my own banking/financial service offering to my clients. referring to what Dirk was saying about the urban mobility sector or the travel industry. This is a good example of how it works, and how actually that has developed in the last, let's say, 20 years, where you are adding a lot of ancillary and added value products into a one product in the end of the day. And that this trend we will also see not only in the B2C sector, we see that also in the future in the B2B sector. And B2B is 3 times bigger than B2C. We have a lot of ground to work on. And I think we want to be the open banking / finance provider in the world, and being an antidote against the brand-centric understanding. So that is actually our goal. And we will see what we will do in the next 5 years with SAP, Fioneer, and many of other companies. But I think we are fulfilling the need of many of the SAP clients, which is in the end ruling 87%, I think so, of the worldwide trade at the present.
Dirk.
Not consider China.
Yeah.
We have to put China and India out because there's no data available.
Dirk, to look into the future, SAP 500, SAP Fioneer in 5 years. Where do you stand?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we would like to continue to be, a partner for customers like 𝐂𝐤 and support Angela on her transformation, on her innovation path. On a broader picture, I mean, the core banking topic, open banking, is definitely a big topic. We see a lot of neobanks with completely different business models everywhere in the world coming up. We want to be a partner to all of those clients. And we also want to extend our platform into certain areas. For instance, commercial real estate. That's a very interesting business also for us. We have a broad customer base, but we haven't been in the end-to-end process play so far. And we just started a co-development with a German client in developing a credit workplace. So that's on the banking side. Also, on a broader picture, we are also serving, our customers, our industry, with being a partner in new topics like ESG. So ESG, completely different animal. We're not talking about new business models, but a very interesting topic where you can actually see, I mean, the EU being a front runner, the 𝐂𝐤𝐤 just as one of the first authorities releasing their guidelines. And that is definitely an important topic which will affect the entire industry over the next years. We're also investing into a solution called a sustainability data hub. So we want to support our clients in the whole data management. So those are the topics we see over the next 3, 4, 5 years. And obviously also on the insurance side.
Totally. I already had prepared a lot of questions about insurance and finance. Open banking, I think, is a topic where we could go into a single show itself to deep dive there, what's going on there. To be quite honest, time is already run. Thank you very much for sharing everything. One last thing is, we always ask this at the end of our shows. Shared a lot of aspects and ideas from SAP Fioneer, from 𝐂𝐤. And what is the community? What is something the community can do for you, Angela?
So I think the community, if I'm looking more to the social media community, is actually education. I think that is a very, very valuable thing what we need to get as a community done to upgrade our knowledge about digitalization, being open to rethink our work, understanding workflows inside, and have actually the needs in front instead of only looking who is actually now the main monopolist in the game. We should be actually supporting the democratization of financial services in making it open and flexible as possible, and fully automated for transparency.
Good, Dirk. What can the community do for you?
I mean, we are talking community, we are talking about shared economy, ecosystem, and platform approaches. I mean, as all these terms actually say, it's about working together, it's about sharing experiences, and that's the reason why we are reaching out to the communities, why we are active in social media, why we are also, executing traditional events in order to get the community together. We, as SAP Fioneer, we are one part of this community. But I think it's about also like Angela said, we have to educate ourselves. We have to learn from each other. Everyone has his expertise, but I think that is the bigger picture. If we all do it right, then it pays off for everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day, and thank you very much